Okay, you won't quite believe what just happened. I might have accidentally just sold Javier Pastore to Manchester United. Hello and welcome back to another pricey HD video. Today we've got another PSG UEFA Champions League career mode episode. It is episode 2 and we are only on the 3rd of July. Blame the one-day transfers. That's all I can say. Either way, let's get into this episode. Let's see what we can do in this episode. Working from the back now, the next player I'd quite like to go into negotiations with is none other than the Manchester City centre-back, Vincent Kompany. Pep Guardiola has come to see us, and I'm interested here in signing Vincent Kompany, and let's see what's going to go on. So, player swap, just not really feasible at the moment. Let's see, just out of curiosity, whether they're interested in a keeper. It would really help the cause, to be honest, and I would be more than happy, actually, to sell Trap in replacement. Can we actually do an exchange player and money deal this year? Looking to bring in a left back again. We can't do that. We just don't have enough left backs, so we're gonna have to offer a transfer fee. It's not gonna be one euro. Don't worry. Let's go straight in just below the value because of his age. Again, this year that can be quite risky. So although it works with Gianluigi Buffon to just go above the value, he was an older option than Kompany. So this is gonna be interesting. 24 million. So for 28.7, okay, that's a reasonable counter offer. That's a nice one actually. 20. Let's meet pretty much halfway. 25.5. Yeah, I think that's what I'll go for. Hopefully he doesn't just storm out if we're too stingy. I think that's a reasonable offer. That there, 25.5 million for an older player. We'll accept that. Yes, there we go. So we got him as cheap as I think we could have. That's below his market value. And he's 31 years of age. But so far, we're moving into negotiations with Kompany. We've got that ready. I'm not actually sure how long that stays there like that. But it is brilliant that we've got it there and ready. 85 rated centre-back. I'd be more than happy with Kompany at the club. But whether he's the one that we actually want out of everyone, I'm not sure. Let's see what that's happening with N'Golo Kante. 52.5 million. No offers from any other clubs at the moment. But just bear in mind that our chief executive is suggesting 69.9 million to 104.9 million. Which is a lot. So that is a lot, really. So let's see what happens here. Going into negotiations with Kante, we're meeting Kante, the Chelsea manager. So, first off, let's decide what type of deal we want to pursue. Again, we're going to test the waters. See whether they are interested in taking a keeper off our hands. Almost certainly not. But let's see whether they're interested in Kevin Trapp. They say no, they're looking to bring in a midfielder. Do we have a midfielder? Just out of curiosity, do we have a midfielder who we are willing to put on the cards? It would be logical, obviously, a midfielder for a midfielder. Do we have one that we're willing to put on the cards? 10 million, really. That's the best value there. Thiago Motta would obviously be the more logical option, but he's a bit old and worse of value. Ben Arthur, I'm not really willing to get rid of him. I want to see how he plays, Ben Arthur. He's not that high rated. Let's see what they say to Lo Celso, because he's not really in our plans. In Kante, Lo Celso for Kante in a player plus cash. So this might get him a little bit cheaper. They're asking for 97 million. So that's 107 million. I've got to be careful here. I've got to be really careful because let's go with 72. I think that's reasonable. That's 82 million. Obviously, this market's mad. I think he's going to walk out here. 72 million plus a 10 million value Lo Celso. Look, we're sticking to our price tag. I think if I offer a lower again, they will just say no. Can I not remove the player now? Can I not? $90 million? I don't want to be paying this much. I don't want to be paying this much. I need to decide now. If I don't get him, would I be interested in going for a different player instead? I would like Kante at the club. Because he's just so good and fits FIFA perfectly. If I don't get him, would I mind going for another player? I'm not entirely sure. Let's try 89 million. If he walks out, then he walks out. Let's see what happens. That is 99 million pounds. That's not bad, but we believe Kante is worth more than that. No less than 91. That I think that's it, isn't it? 101 million pounds. At least it's slightly cheaper. Let's accept it. And let's see whether we go into negotiations with him later. What happens then? With Conte and Pep Guardiola both accepting our bids for Kante and Kompany, I think now's a pretty important time because you've got Kompany, who is, you know, a relatively cheap 25.5 million, and you've got Kante, who is a very expensive 91 million, plus our central attacking midfielder, Sotos or something. Can't remember his name now, but so that's a big signing. If we make that, we're paying a lot of money. But we've got a few alternatives. Now, we've got Alaba here, who is 30.5 million, and we could buy him with Kompany if we can get him for around 35 million, maybe. Our chief executive says higher, but I think we could probably get him slightly cheaper than our chief executive's suggestions. So, you know, whether we can get Alaba or whether we use Alaba, who can play left back, centre back, and centre mid, he's doing the job of Kante, Alaba, and Kompany in one deal. It will be significantly cheaper, and we may be able to, I don't know, get Kompany as well. So instead of spending so much on Kante, if we spend a little more on Alaba, and possibly then be able to get a striker. Yes, you're only buying one player for 3 positions, but this is kind of what I've got in this team at the moment. You've got a situation where the 3 positions aren't entirely necessarily vital. Apart from centre-back, I'd say we need another centre-back. Alaba could be our centre-back. He does play centre-back for Bayern in real life quite often, less so this season. So we're meeting up with Carlo Ancelotti, of course, recently sacked now. So, slightly inaccurate, but nonetheless, nice to see him, I suppose. Let's decide what deal we want to pursue. Now, is there any players that I could swap? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think there's any fullbacks, really. I don't really want to get rid of any fullbacks. Munier worth quite a lot. It's a significant amount, really, considering Kazawa's worth actually less than Munier. No, there's none there. I could try, maybe, swapping Areola. Let's try it, see what happens. Consider swapping Alaba, but they're looking at a left winger. So that's Draxler. Basically, the only option there. So, we're going to have to offer up a transfer fee. Let's not make it €1. And I'm just going to play it safe, offer just below his value. Now, hopefully he doesn't walk out. Let's see what he says to that. The offer is too low. Consider accepting 77.6 million. Oh my word. We could probably get Kompany and a player and another player for just slightly less than that. I'm not going to be paying that. If it's anything above 50 million in my eyes, maybe I'm just not used to this new market because I'm so used to playing FIFA 17. But that's a hefty fee. 50 million. That's still significantly above his value. I don't think they're going to accept. Okay, if I offer again too low, then I think they're going to reject. But I might as well try because I'm not paying 77 million. So I might as well try 60. Just out of curiosity, even though they're going to reject this anyway, and they're probably going to walk out. Okay, we're going to need some time. Okay, this is interesting. We don't know yet, which is actually rather awkward because... why did he look so sad? But this is rather awkward now because how long do we have to negotiate with Kante and Kompany? I'm not actually sure, and I'm rather worried that we may actually lose out on this deal. Right, they've responded to us with a 64.4 million transfer fee suggestion. Okay, that's 4.4 million than I actually offered. Let's negotiate again. Let's set on 60 million and see whether they accept, because 60 million would probably be the most ideal situation. Look at the amount of money we've got left, 121 million. Even if we spend this 60 million, we could still buy Kompany, and we could still buy Kante. Oh my word, I've just realised we would be literally goners in sense of 120, let's see what they said. I don't actually know. It doesn't have subtitles, but I'm presuming that means that they've agreed to 60 million. Yeah. So that was rather awkward. So is he our priority? I would say over Kante and over Kompany at the moment, Alaba would probably be the best option. Oh, this is tough, this is. I've never ever experienced FIFA at this kind of intensity because before I enter contract negotiations with anyone, I've got to be certain whether I want them or not. I think it's logical to negotiate a contract deal with Alaba. So, I'm going to go in for Alaba. Now, whether this is the best decision, I'm not entirely sure. But he's by far the most versatile player. So let's see what role he wants at the club. Oh, he would almost certainly be crucial, to be honest. He would play over Kazawa, he would play over Marquinhos, he probably wouldn't play over Thiago Silva, and then he'd probably play over everyone apart from Verratti in the centre and mid spot. So let's offer him a crucial first team player spot, because obviously that's where he'll be playing. Client is happy with the role. The length of the contract, he wants to sign a 4-year deal, that's fine by me. I mean, it's not necessary, but that is absolutely fine by me. Disregard release clause. Don't want a release clause on him. That's good. That's really good. Wage. Now, we have to offer up a wage. Now, the obvious option would be to just offer what he's already on. Let's see whether he'll take a slight cut, just out of curiosity. We have the money, so is it worth the risk? Probably not. Let's just offer what he's on. That would be more logical. And he almost certainly will want a signing bonus. I have no clue what a realistic signing bonus is in this FIFA, so let's just offer that. See whether he accepts. He probably won't accept that signing bonus. I have a feeling that's slightly too low. Keen to join your team. Willing to lower his demands to 15 a week. Signing bonus of 1.75 million and 3.4 million. Right, okay, that's quite ideal, I think. If I lower that down to 1.5 million signing bonus, and then edit the bonus that he gets, 25 appearances for 3.4 million. I'm going to offer more for the appearances, slightly more. There we go, let's see what happens here. That's a fair offer. We can agree on that wage. We'd look for a signing bonus of 1.8. What? Where did that come from? You wanted 1.45 a minute ago. Okay. I've just learned never to ever do that in the history of man. Don't ever try and offer a lower signing bonus in proportion to something else. I've just lost money now. Well done, well done. I've really achieved in life now, haven't I? Well, I might as well. On PSG, I might as well just. I'm so stingy because I've come from the Blues career mode. So stingy because we had no money in that career mode. There we go. There we go. So Alaba has joined. He is a PSG player, and I am very, very excited. Welcome, David Alaba, to PSG. Right, just to update you on the situation right now, I've just gone into negotiations with Ibrahimovic off screen. I didn't delegate it, but I did do it off screen just because it does get rather repetitive for you on screen, and I thought, you know, I'll just do it behind the scenes. And what happened was, we managed to agree with Jose Mourinho on a deal of £27.5 million. That is only 500,000 above his valuation. Yes, he's 35 years of age, but he's 88 overall. Now, if we could bring Ibrahimovic to the squad, that would be something rather special. Let's just, out of curiosity, again, try to swap Areola. It never happens, never works for some reason. Bringing a left winger. Again, it's every time no one's looking for a keeper. It's rather annoying. Right, so let's put on the table an offer just below his value, 35 million. Hopefully they don't walk out this time. How about 52.1 million? We'd want to include a sell-on clause and receive 5%. You're a bit of a cheek, you've got a bit of a cheek, hasn't he? Very cheeky. Right. I'm not willing to pay 52 million. Like, at that price, it kind of just makes me think, like, you might as well just go for Kante. 14.1 million. Edit the sell-on clause. I'm not really keen on a sell-on clause, but it doesn't really matter because we're not going to be selling him on. So let's put that up to 15. Submit offer. You're going to have to do better than that. Again, they're asking for the same thing. I'm not willing to pay that. Sorry, guys. So, using the sell-on clause option, which you could class as cheating because we're not in it for the long run, we could get Busquets for 45.2 million. Fundamentally, the truth is, it's an option of either Kante and Kompany, or Ibrahimovic, Busquets, and Kompany. That is the option that we have. Which one would be more ideal? Which one would be better? I'm not sure. I really want Kante, because Kante is just unbelievable, and I can imagine him fitting really well into a PSG team. Either way, Kompany's going to be on the deal. So let's go into negotiations with Kompany, first of all. So he wants important, which is fine. That was actually lower than I thought he would want. Contract length, 2-year deal. Again, he's making all the shots here, and that's absolutely fine with us. I don't want a release clause on him, and that's been accepted. Salary-wise, right. This is where we've got to get this right. Let's offer 165,000 signing bonus of 1 million. He is slightly older, so let's actually go with 900,000 instead. There we go. Hopefully they'll accept this. 140,000 per week, but we'd be looking for a signing bonus of 1.4 million and 3.1 million after 20 appearances bonus. Okay, so his wage is significantly lower. Let's bring the signing bonus down to 1.2 million, and let's edit the overall bonus to after 25 appearances. Let's see whether they accept that. He hasn't told them about the oh, it's gone back down to 20 appearances for some reason. He didn't even discuss it. It just kind of went back down on its own. Signing bonus of 1.4 million. Again, I don't understand why it went back down. I want 25 appearances, and we'll give him the 1.4 million. Submit the offer. If it just goes back down again on its own, a weekly wage of 140,000. So he's actually took a pay cut, I'm not actually sure in the end what happened there. But Kompany has joined. He is our newest player. And we welcome Vincent Kompany to the club. Let's do what we intended to do a few moments ago, where we play Barcelona in the Asian Elite Cup. This is actually a very tough group. We've got Barcelona and Bayern, I think, and might be Real Madrid as well, I'm not entirely sure. But Kompany gives us the lead on his debut, 4 minutes in, unbelievable. Elsewhere, Chelsea are leading, still 1-0 to PSG at the moment. Verratti's got a yellow card. I cannot believe Kompany got a goal on his debut, absolutely fantastic. And Di Maria has doubled our lead here against Barcelona. 2-0 up now, we've surely got the victory now. Will Buffon keep a clean sheet on his debut? 3-0, Draxler off the bench, but Deulofeu got a last-minute goal to deny Buffon the clean sheet. Excellent result nonetheless, and that puts us on a big standing going in to the next group stage game. And we might get that little bit of extra cash. 12 million is the potential bit of extra cash. That might make actually all the difference. Right, so using a little bit of maths, I've managed to work out that even if we win all 12 million euros of the prize money from the preseason tournament, we'd be left with approximately 300,000 on the wage and the 117 million we'd need to get Kante and Ibrahimovic, which means we would be approximately 100,000 short on the weekly wage, which is a matter of a few million euros. So we're only slightly off, which is a real shame. It is devastating, really, because if we could have just got Kante 10 million cheaper, we'd be able to get Kante and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So the only other options are Ibrahimovic and Busquets, or Kante on his own, and an alternative striker. Not Ibrahimovic, but he's probably one of the cheapest at that rating because of his age. So I think I'm going to go in for Busquets and Ibrahimovic, just because it seems the more logical option. So let's go ahead and do that right away. Ibrahimovic. What squad role? Would he be crucial? I think I'd be intercepting him a lot. So I'm going to go with important. That's not going to work. That's awkward, isn't it? Okay, we'll go with crucial, but we have got Mbappe and Cavani. Right, there we go. Let's discuss the length of the contract. I'm only bothered about 1 year. He's probably only bothered about 1 year as well. Yes, that's what we were after. That's excellent news. Disregard release clause. Oh my word. He wants an increase. His ego is getting even larger, isn't it, Zlatan Ibrahimovic? Let's go ahead and take it down to what he's on at the moment. And signing bonus, pop up a little bit. Submit offer. We would be willing to accept a weekly wage of 290,000. That's not even worth it, really. Like, I would prefer the other option. Let's go down to 270 at the same signing bonus. Oh, damn him. 290,000. Yeah, go on then. We'll do it. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We have got Zlatan Ibrahimovic back at PSG. It is just a magician. It's a magical land, isn't it, that we live in. Zlatan Ibrahimovic has returned to Paris Saint-Germain. Look at him in that kit. He looks so right in that kit, doesn't he? It's just perfect. Excellent. Brilliant signing, I think, because now we have got a hell of a strike force going on. And it does mean Cavani's spot is up for contention. Because I would happily have Ibrahimovic and Mbappe instead of Cavani. Now, how much is Cavani worth, I wonder? This is going to be interesting, isn't it? Okay, you won't quite believe what just happened. I might have accidentally just sold Javier Pastore to Manchester United for £39.5 million.